As an immigrant from India who married a 6'2" redhead from Nebraska, our children have been raised in a multicultural home, but they have already been exposed to discrimination. And not too long ago, they were both playing on the playground. I have 2 older girls and then a baby son, so he obviously hasn't been exposed to it yet, but the older girls have. They are 12 and 9. And they were playing on the playground, and a little girl came up to them and, in not the nicest face and in not the nicest way, said, "What are you?" And my daughter just looked at her and was like, "What do you mean?" And the little girl looked over and said, "Is that your mom? Or is that your babysitter?" And my daughter said, "Well, that's my mom." And the little girl goes, "Why is she that color?" And my daughter was confused because she's known nothing different except everybody in our family is different races, different colors, different ethnicities even with our extended family. So it was a question that they weren't understanding, like, why is that even a thing? And later on that night, because I didn't know that it happened till later on, she kind of replayed it for me and all that happened. And she goes, "Mommy, why was that little girl so mean about it? She just walked away and didn't want to play." And it was the first time that I actually had to sit down and be like, listen, there are people in the world that see people of different colors, different races, different ethnicities, and they don't think that we're as good as them, or they don't want to play with you or be around you because of that. And unfortunately, there's nothing you can do other than be yourself. And I think one of the greatest lessons that we can teach our children as parents is to know their identity in Christ. Because it doesn't matter then what they look like on the outside, they know who God made them on the inside. And so it sparked a conversation with both of my girls to really dig in and teach them what it means to have an identity in Christ and what that looks like. And we've had this conversation continually since this first happened. And it's been so great because now they're confident in knowing who they are. They're not as swayed anymore when other people tend to judge them by the way they look or even by the way they act or the way they believe. They know who they are in Christ and they know who God created them to be, and it's been life-changing.
Hi everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe today and you'll never miss a new upload. Thanks for being a part of our Better Together community.